Well, here we are, everybody. We are returning to something a little bit more new. This was actually one that was recommended, and it's a group called M.O.N.T, or M.O.N.T. Don't know how it's pronounced, so we're going to go with M.O.N.T for now. But anyway, it's On My Way, the official video. Let's see what perhaps is lying off the beaten path. Okay.
I don't know where I am. 돌고 돌아 제자리 갔던 인생도 다 벗어던지고 그냥 떠나고 싶은 걸. So now I'm singing like 어딘가로 가버리자고.
Yo.
느껴질 때가 많아 속은 텅 비었고 남은 건 껍데기뿐 즐기세요라는 말은 딱히 와닿지도 않아 크게 관심 없이 지나쳐 버리곤 해 이제 나의 여러 아이디어와 feel은 놓칠까봐 두렵네 멈추질 못해 생각에 flip the switch 잊을 수 있는 건 colorful한 sleeping pills 꿈에서라도 어딘가로
Sometimes I feel afraid 내일이 오지 않길 바랬던 순간들이 참 많았지 But I'm still alive 이 여정의 끝엔 All will be just fine 그래도 미소를 잃지는 말자고 And now we're singing like 어딘가로 가버리자고 지금 Right now
This is pretty tight. What a good high note. Yo, okay. Fifth mini album. Okay. Oh. Nostalgia is one hell of a drug. Let me tell you. The truth of the matter is, this kind of hits hard for a different reason. And this might sound a little weird, but let me kind of explain something. This kind of goes nostalgic, but for maybe a different reason. To me, one of the things that's always been kind of weird about where we're at in time is I would say we are a lot more serious in a lot of ways. And that's actually something I've always liked about K-pop, to be honest, like from the very beginning, even if it was stuff that I didn't really know how or what I liked at first. The big thing is that I always liked the fact that it was, it felt so unserious at times. Now, in a different way, like not every single song always had to be about like how messed up the world is and how, so far behind, whatever this subject is or whatever that subject is. And, if it feels like that for, especially here in the West, all of the music now seems to always be like, oh, it's coded that this is about this subject and that subject. And it's like, can we just have a song that's like, I don't know, maybe just about everyday life things, And that's what this feels like. This kind of feels like that kind of old school music in the sense that, like, I like the topic and it's presented in a way that I think reminds me of that time when just like people could write a song about like getting away. I want to get away, I don't know. It just feels, and I actually always say this, even though funny enough I never listened to him, but like Hanson, like I feel like that their music always sounded so carefree, and I don't think this sounds like Hanson, but this just kind of has that kind of like carefree vibes that like a lot of music used to have back in the back in my day, and that's kind of what I appreciate. And the interesting thing is a lot of times, a lot of K-pop music will actually have a similar theme, but it just, you put it to rock and it's like, oh, well, here we are. We're immediately back to what I remember because this is kind of the stuff that I do remember. So I greatly appreciate the fact that I feel like that the music isn't so serious as it once was, kind of feel this does still exist, which makes me happy. And the thing that's interesting too is like it kind of keeps the catchiness of like pop or K-pop, but then there's like that rock element. Could you technically classify this as punk rock or pop punk? Maybe a little bit, at least in some of the construction. It doesn't really sound super punky, but maybe a little more on the alternative pop side of things. But I think that it's got that catchy feel to it, but again, it has that rock element, and I guess technically pop rock would work then. But I think the song is actually really cool. I'm glad for this suggestion because this is kind of up my alley in a lot of ways. This is actually kind of recently what type of music I've been listening to off the channel. If it wasn't for like N-Mix and Knife that I've been listening to a lot recently, I would say a lot of the music kind of sounds like this. So this slots in really nicely with everything else I've already been through. So this just feels like home to me. Yeah, this is definitely a group that we're gonna have to probably keep an eye out because I really like this. So anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you, and dulce para